let's talk about field time. Something that a lot of people shy away from because, let's face it, being out there, getting bit by mosquitoes, being sweaty and tired is not something that is appealing to anyone. Nobody wants to go through hardships. However, this is a must, especially in our community. It's a must. We have to go out. We have to test gear. And the one thing that I can tell you that always never fails is every time that I go out, I learn something new. I learn to adapt and improve on the gear that I carry. Now, today I'm going to share a couple of things, and hopefully this help at least some of you. I don't know if it's going to help everybody, but at least some of you, or perhaps give you some ideas. Now, when I go into the wilderness, the bush, the I don't know, however you want to call it, I have to bring gear with me. Every time that I leave the house, honestly, is to, whether it's a hit a trail, I go hunting, go fishing and whatnot, I don't have a lot of phone reception. So one of the things that I carry with me all the time is a radio. Now, this is my preferred radio. I do bring both fans from time to time, but this right here is my preferred one. I honestly have been using it for a very long time. They are waterproof. I have dunked this in water, and it's still here. Now, to be honest, I don't have one in my bag. Reason why is because lately I have been using the ATVs more, and this year I installed permanently one of these radios in each one of my vehicles, if you want to put it that way. And the ATVs on the Argo, and not the snow machine, but everything else. The two ATVs have one and the Argo has one. So they are permanently in there. And of course, you can bring it out and put it inside the house to charge them and whatnot. But I have these radios permanently installed in my machines. That way I have it at hand. And if I have to get out, all I have to do is just press the thing, and I leave this behind, but I carry the radio. So I have my radio with me at all times. So why I'm saying this is because more than none, a lot of times I was like, oh my God, now I have a radio in my pack. I need to communicate that I have to have my radio in my pocket and whatnot. And I said, you know what? No, let's put it on the machine all the time, and that's it. I have extras. So thus far, works. So something to consider. Radios. The other thing is, I want to share this with you because a lot of people make this mistake. When everybody starts to get little sports like this, this is from Walmart. This has been with me for quite a while. Actually, this came all the way from Florida. I really like it. I like the way it feels. I like all of that. However, when you have freeze-dried food, something like this, you see, I want to share with y'all. It doesn't go all the way to the bottom. So, meaning that you're going to have to now dig into it. A better solution is one of these long spoons. Put it side by side so you guys can see. It's a little hard, you guys. Forgive me. I am recording today with my phone. My computer, the one that I normally film with, is, finishing the video for Saturday for Conquering the Last Frontier. Most likely I will post it in here as well. But it's a 30-minute video long. It's lengthy, but it's a really good video. I encourage you all to look forward to that one. But look, you see the length? You don't get dirty. And that's key when it comes to being up there. You don't want to be dirty. I mean, side by side, you see? So I learned very early on that, yes, they might be a little costly than this ones, but man, I was gonna say those extra 2 inches make a difference, but I know somebody's gonna make a joke on that one. So go ahead, put your joke in the comment section. I'm not gonna remove it, but yeah, it does make a difference. So spoon, when it comes to freeze-dried food or anything like this, it does make a difference. I want to talk to you all about the sidearm. There is people have their preferred caliber. Obviously, I am a big fan of revolvers. I'm not gonna deny that they have a special place in my heart. However, when you go out into the wilderness, forget about what you like. Focus on what works. I will say this, that I have an extreme hate for Glock. Extreme hate for Glock. And I carry Glock every time that I go into the wild. I carry it because honestly they work. They're ugly as hell, but they work. So when you go, try to be as compact as you can and carry it in your magazine. I'm gonna be honest with you, I have two in here because one is my extra one, but I only have one in my pack. In that pack, I only carry one extra magazine. I know a lot of folks are gonna say, "You're crazy, Billy. You need to have 2 or 3." Listen, I carry a long gun, whether it's a 30-30, whether it's a 308, whether it's a 30-06, whether it's a 338 Win Mag. I carry a long rifle that is meant for the shot. If the animal gets really close to me, then I now need something with magazine. I understand a lot of people. I was gonna be like a 357 Magnum, a 44, a Magnum, 454 Casual, whatever. The bigger the better. I carry 10 mil here in Alaska, in bear country. That's all I carry. I'm telling y'all, a lot of people here in Alaska carry 10 millimeter for the reason. Forget about whether or not the gun is pretty, functional. That's all I'm going to say about that. The other thing is, when you go out, you have to consider that sometimes you're going to have to walk. If you're going to walk, make sure that you have something modular, meaning that you don't need to carry 50 pounds on your back. Let me tilt over the camera so you guys can see, because I have my pack right next to it, so you guys can see the difference. And I was planning to do this with a different camera, but since I'm doing this, bear with me, okay? This is my bag. It is heavy. It is big. I don't want to be hauling this thing. This I put in the car every time that I go anywhere. However, when honestly I go ATVing or just I plan to walk, I will bring better my shoulder bag. I think I mentioned before that my shoulder bag is about 12 pounds. That is not a lot of weight. Now, granted, I don't have the same amount of gear that I have on the other side, but I have at least the bare minimum, which brings me to the next thing. You need to have a first aid kit catered to you. To you, and I want to emphasize on to you. This is your first aid kit. This is mine. This is my first aid kit. Accompanying my first aid kit, I have electric tape. You may wonder, what the hell do you need electric tape for? Well, thank you for asking that. About 2 years ago, perhaps, I was bear hunting. And I was putting my trail cameras. Actually, I was removing the trail cameras and relocating them. And I had them strapped with zip ties, heavy-duty zip ties. I made the mistake and cut the zip ties with my knife. Not the Leatherman, with my knife. The knife slipped, and it got me in the finger. A pretty deep cut. Deep cut enough that it was gushing out blood. Miss D was with me at that time. Lass was with me. And same first aid kit. Same. If you look behind, I have the bleach stop or the blood cloth, whatever you want to call it. Open it. I pour that over the wound, all over. I don't bring toilet paper with me. I bring paper towels. And I have them in the back. Now, that time I didn't have this with me. I had the big bag. But same concept. I have the same first aid, and I have paper towels with me. So I put the powder, and I put paper towels in there, electric tape. I grabbed it, I put it in there, and I wrapped it completely. Bam. Perfect. Perfect. You don't know how many uses these things have. I know that a lot of people are going to say, duct tape. Size matters. There goes another joke. I'm telling you, very, very helpful. Very helpful. When I got back to the car, I clean everything. Then in the car, I have my big first aid kit, and I did everything that I was supposed to. But you're in the field, something catered to you in here, because I suffer from allergies. I have my Benadryl. I have the medication that I need in case my back starts to hurt. Everything catered to me. Laz has his own. Dee has her own. But this is mine. You see what I'm saying? So something like this catered to you. And it's not big, y'all. It's not big at all. And make sure that you have everything in there. If you use something, try to replace it. How you keep your ammunition. I have seen many people, and this is just, I'm showing you this as an example. But many people, this is for your rifle. Many people having boxes upon boxes. Listen, a good placement shot, a good shot being placed in the right place, that's all you need. But in case that you need more, you don't need to bring boxes upon boxes. Something like this is more than enough, honestly. Way, way more than enough. So I like mine in leather. I like leather better. But something like this is, in my opinion, is a lot better than having, let's say, in a box. I don't know. To me, it makes more sense. This, I throw it in my bag. I know exactly where it's at. If I have to put it in my belt, I have a belt loop in here. Easy peasy. That's it. Now, the last thing that I wanna say, I always have a pen with you. I almost screwed the pooch very, very recently because my tags need to be signed in order for them to be valid. It was a good thing that this specific pen was in the Explorer. And then I grabbed it and I put it in here because I was carrying this. Because I almost screwed the pooch. And if I would have killed a bear and I wasn't being able to sign my ticket, my tag, I would have been in trouble if I would have get stopped. In fact, if I wouldn't have a pen, I wouldn't have not shot a bear. I would have said, bear, just go. Because of a pen. So I put this in my bag. And if I were to see something, would have shot it, sign my thing, mark the days, and perfectly legal. Lesson to be learned. Have a pen with you. What I did, when I came back, I immediately put a pen in here. In the other bag, I do have a pen. But in this one, I forgot about it. And I didn't double check. Those things happen. Double check. So, a pen, you have no idea how important it is. I mean, if you have maps, you can write things in that map. Even notes in your hands. Let's say, for example, that you get hurt. The last thing you do, you write a message for your family in your arm. I love you, son. And so on and so forth. Do you see what I'm saying? A pen. So, just wanted to share those things. Sometimes we ignore the minuscule things. Sometimes we don't want to go out and test equipment because, well, let's face it, nobody wants to go through hardships. And let's face it, it's getting hot. And when we start sweating, it's uncomfortable. We get smelly. We get We just don't want to do it. Sitting down in the living room with the AC on and having ice cream is a lot better, right? But we have to go out and test our gear and learn from our mistakes and improve upon the things that we have learned over and over and over. That way, every day that passes, it makes us better. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Like I was, rock on, prep on, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.